What's up, everybody? Welcome to my channel. Have you ever wondered what it's like working for the biggest employer in the world? Well, in this video, I am going to share with you guys my experience working for Walmart. Let's dive right into it. For context, I worked for Walmart during June 2021 to June 2022, and I was assigned to the digital order pickup and delivery department. At first, I thought it was going to be a summer job, but then, I needed some more cash, so I ended up staying there for 1 year. Okay, after sharing that, I want to get into some things that I think you guys should expect if you're applying for Walmart or in the hiring process or just got the position. And if you currently work there, give me your feedback if this is correct. I worked there for only 1 year, so by no means am I an expert, but I'm just trying to share some of my personal experience. Number one, the work pace will vary depending on the department, the store you're at, and also the days. Each store is gonna have the rush days, and then the department where it's busier. Um, there's so many different departments. There's stocking, there's the cash register, there's online orders, health and wellness, there's produce, whatever you can think of. There's probably a department for that. And number two, training lasts for about 2 shifts, at least for me. But there were a lot of onboarding materials, a lot of paperwork and computer work prior to your first actual hands on shift. Number three, the management. You're going to be expecting your manager to be a team lead, and above that is the coach. Above that is the store lead, and the highest in the store wise is store manager. But as an associate, personally, I dealt with a lot of corporate managers as well. And so, but you're most likely going to be working with a team lead or a coach. All right, so number four actually is the most important thing that I want everyone to know is that Walmart has a point system for attendance and absences where each employee gets a total of 5 points to start out. And if an employee has a no show, it's -2. And if you call out and miss more than half of your shift, it's -1 point. Also, if you call out and miss less than half a shift, it's gonna be minus 0.5 points. And there's some other rules about it that are more specific. But I would get that down when you get hired, just so you don't get penalized for small things like that. And some managers are more flexible with it, but a lot of them are not. From my experience, so because the point system is pretty much like automated, and the managers would need to change it manually if you messed up somehow, like clocking in or clocking out. Um, but also, points do recover after 6 months of the reduction, which means if you get 1 point off, um, and you don't get any points off later, then 6 months later, that 1 point's come back. But after that 5 points, you get hired automatically, and there's not really much Walmart can do to save you. All right, so let's now get into some pros. So number one, it's a good first job, and you kind of learn to deal with all kinds of people, and some of them are gonna be nice, some are gonna be crazy. I've seen crazy fights when I'm working where blood is everywhere, it could be a con, but it teaches you how to deal with people most of the time. And number two is that the employees do get 10% discounts, and on certain products only. A lot of the times they don't include food products, but some days they do. Um, if you're ever planning to use that benefit, I would definitely ask manager first, like which one applies. But for me, I remember that the food were not included most of the time. Okay, and number three is definitely Walmart's educational programs, such as free college degrees, free certificates, as well as the on-the-job training. Obviously, Walmart doesn't have the top tier universities like Stanford, Harvard, but they do have some decent universities that they partner with. And also just the other on the job training that you will get, I think it could be helpful. So if you guys are planning to use that, it's definitely a good benefit to have. Okay, so let's now get into some of the cons of working for Walmart. Number one is definitely the high turnover rates. During my time working for Walmart, even though it's just a year, I've seen anywhere from 20 to 30 associates either quit their job, or get fired or get transferred. Some of them got promoted, but a lot of them did not make it past a long time. And throughout my 1 year, as for team leads, I've seen 4 to 5 either get quit or fired or transferred within my department alone. And even my coach at the time, actually, he was a store manager, but he decided to downgrade to a coach just so that it's less stressful. So I think it's definitely one of those jobs where once you get up to the upper store management positions, it's just very stressful. Um, and number two is the environment. It can be very exhausting. For me personally, I had a mix of working inside and outside as I was dispensing the orders to the customers, picking the orders within the stores. And it's just a lot of time, it's just the weather in the summer, burning heat, and you're expected to be outside a lot of the times. So it's definitely not an easy environment. Obviously, if you're assigned to an indoor department, then that's better. But just the weather and the people can really drain you out a lot of the times, especially corporate. So this is one thing I'll make clear. They're very tough on their employees, and they will sometimes say, hey, just yell at you, hey, like, hey, dude, like, get your shit together. So I'm sorry for cursing, but that's the reality that I've experienced. All right, now number three is definitely gonna be the point system. To me, it just feels like it's very unforgiving because people have things that come up in life and they don't always have the extra paid time off to cover those events. And it just feels like it doesn't punish the right things because with the point system, it doesn't prove how hard an employee works. It just doesn't get the point across, in my opinion. But that's just my thought. It could be a good thing to some people because it encourages discipline, but I feel like it could be done another way. So share with me your experience or your opinions on that if you have one. All right. So now we talked about what it's like working for Walmart. Overall, a good first job or second job. Definitely not a place that you want to stay long term. And in my opinion, there's good days and bad days like any other job. But hopefully, you guys can share with me some of your experiences working for Walmart, or if you guys are currently going through the process, I wish you the best of luck. And like always, leave a like and subscribe. Comment down below what you think, and if you have any opinions, let me know. So I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.